Just what's your level of concern right now with the groin?
Not much concern. Obviously, we're going to day to day look at it each day, see if it gets better, and then take the proper measurements and see what we need to do going forward.
Just what's the process for you mentally over the years? When you have something happen like that, and do you wait to get imaging back, or do you kind of have a certain feel?
I don't know. Sit down and wrap with Mike and figure out what the best case scenario, best case of plan is going forward.
You walk away from this game feeling confident that you guys can compete with these guys. You see them down the road.
We can compete versus anyone in this league, so we'll be fine. We got to continue to build our habits, though. We're not where they are. It's a defending champion, and they've been playing basketball together for a long time, and they got a great chemistry and know what they want to do. We made an acquisition late in the season that we're still trying to build, and we want to get full. That's the number one objective for us, how we can get full and get all our guys together and see exactly what we look like. So, but we feel like we compete versus anybody.
Can you point to a play or sequence that caused the
Yeah, it was the last play. The last score I had, spun on Jaylen Brown. Maybe extended it a little bit too much. A couple pivots, and then when I landed, I felt it. So that was the last play I scored on.
And it's something you managed since you basically your first season in LA. Is it something that you had been actively dealing with before tonight?
No, it just happened.
Look at that timeout. Like, you spent that whole timeout stretching, like, trying to see if there was a way. What was kind of going through your mind during that process, and how frustrating was it, that walk from the corner?
The first thing that popped in my mind was Christmas Day, my first year with the Lakers. Was the first thing that popped in my mind. I've been there before, and I know what type of injury you're dealing with. Second thing I thought about was 80. It's crazy, but I thought about 80. And then I'm over there just trying to see how much mobility, and see if I can possibly give it a go. And then I came back here and did a couple of stretches and a couple of things that ultimately knew that I was probably going to be done for the rest of the night. So.
You said to Mike that it's going to be hopefully something you're not too concerned in this day-to-day. That Christmas Day injury was a serious situation. Are you confident this isn't as bad as that?
No, it's not as bad as that. It's not as bad as that.
LeBron, obviously you do a lot, so even if it's the short term, the next couple of games, like what are the things that you think the team has to try to account for to keep winning games when you're out?
Oh, it doesn't matter who's in the lineup. We have to play our game. We've had guys in and out of the lineup for the majority of the year, and then we've had guys in and out of the lineup over the last couple 6 weeks, and we've been playing great ball, so nothing changes.
When you're in the back here stretching, are you watching the game?
Yeah, I watched.
And what was it like, kind of seeing the team get to 4? How frustrating was that?
Very frustrating. Yeah. When I got back here, I looked at the score. It was 90. That's the moments you live for, especially in a game like this, and not being out there. So, but I was cheering on the guys while I was back here.
Will you continue with the team on the trip?
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully, we'll see what happens the next few days, and then go from there.
Thanks, LJ.
Thank you.
JJ said you guys still don't know anything, but just wonder the concern level with LeBron when he has to leave with a groin injury like that.
You never want to see one of your brothers have to leave the game due to injury or whatever the case may be. Like JJ said, we don't know exactly what it is, but obviously, like I said, you never want to see anybody, go out. He's, a huge part of what we do, so hopefully we get, some good news and, he gets back quick.
A little different looks for you guys without Jackson and Rui, but you still go into halftime down 4 after they make their run. What did you see in that third quarter when things seemed to get out of sorts?
Just thought we were atrocious offensively. What we scored, 13 points? Yeah, 13 points, in any quarter is going to get you beat pretty bad in that specific quarter. But in the fourth, I thought we did a good job battling back. We got it to 4 a couple times and, had a couple, opportunities to, I think, win the game. And I think they made a couple really good plays and, kind of just kept, that, lead at 7-10 and just couldn't, get over that hump quietly.
JJ mentioned there was some
brain fog moments, out of character moments, specifically in that third when you guys scored 13. What were you seeing out there? You said it was atrocious offensively. What were you seeing out there just, I guess, that led to those moments?
I don't know. I had to watch the film. I'll just have to watch the film because if I knew, surely I would have helped us figure it out, and I didn't. And we just got better.
You guys have had your resiliency tested a bunch of times this year through a bunch of wild curveballs. How have you felt about this group's adaptability in general, and what's it going to require on that front to weather however long it runs out?
Yeah, I mean, it's a next man up mentality. Like you said, we've had many situations where a player deals with some type of injury or the trade or whatever it is, and we've done a really good job of bouncing back. And I don't expect anything else. Like I said, it's a next man up mentality. Not one person's gonna do what Bron does for us, but you can do it as a collective. And like I said, hopefully he gets back out on the court soon.
Were you guys able to check in with LeBron after the game at all, and how was his demeanor, if so?
He was sitting over there icing and walked by, asked him if he was okay. He said, they don't know really anything so fast after the game. It's impossible to have an exact, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, good work. So his demeanor was good. He's always a professional.
Hey, Luka, we just talked to LeBron, and he said he's hopeful it wasn't the same as the injury he had in 2019 where he missed a long time, but you won't know until the MRI comes back and everything. What's the mindset for you and concern level for LeBron in the injury?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's nothing. Obviously, you gotta take his time. Those injuries are I wouldn't say the worst, but they're tough to deal with. So just take time, and we gotta have, as a team, next man up mentality.
What did you think the difference was in the second half when Boston kind of controlled the third quarter and then you were able to fight back in the fourth?
I think our defense, we got stops and then run. We play with a little bit more pace. I feel like second half we didn't have the pace we had in the fourth quarter especially. So I think that was the difference.
It looked like on the broadcast you were doing a little extra stretching. Just wonder, were you feeling the back or anything throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, I've been feeling it since that fall, so just dealing with it, but I'm fine.
Okay, the one back in Los Angeles when you felt it in the back.
Yeah, but I'm good.
Luka, to go back to the fourth quarter run, I guess what kind of flipped in comparison with the third quarter with how you guys were playing offensively, and what did you, other than I guess just making shots, like what did you see in terms of the way you guys were running your offense?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it takes making shots, to make a run. But like I said, it was our pace. We play with different pace in that fourth quarter, and we were just running around, getting good shots. I think we missed a lot of good shots today, but that was the difference in the fourth quarter.
Luka, you've been clear about your championship goal for this group. Obviously, you played this team in the finals last year. Did that finals matchup enter into your mind at all today, and just how much do you view them as a team if you are going to reach that goal that could be the team you have to beat?
Yeah, I mean, they have amazing team, amazing players, especially here. It's very tough to play and very tough to beat them. But yeah, obviously it comes to mind, my first final, you don't want to lose it. But that's what happens, so obviously it comes to mind sometimes.
Luka, what did you make of your first kind of taste of Lakers Celtics and the atmosphere? What did you think of it?
Oh, it was great atmosphere. Love playing in those atmospheres. It gets you going, gets you hyped. But we know that Boston's very loud all the time, so it's like I say, it's always tough to play here. But it's fun for me. It's very fun.
It seemed like you guys handled their physicality a little better, particularly late third quarter on through the fourth. What was the adjustment that you guys made in that? And I guess what are you going to need to do? I would imagine if LeBron's out for a little bit, there's going to be more of this kind of headed your guys' way. What do you guys need to do to handle it better?
Yeah, I think in the first half, especially me, I feel like I didn't play to my level. So I think third quarter a little bit, fourth quarter more. We're just playing our game, the way we play. we didn't look at what they were doing, just playing our game. And with LeBron out, I don't know how much time that. Like I said before, we gotta have next man up mentality. Injuries happen throughout the season. Just gotta be next man up.
Luka, en el último cuarto era obvio que tenías mucho dolor. ¿Cómo haces para mantenerte jugando a pesar del dolor y anotar tiros tan difíciles como el que le anotaste a Jaylen Brown desde la esquina lanzando de 3?
Sí, bueno, siempre habrá dolores, alguna vez más, alguna vez menos. Siempre intento jugar lo que puedo. Si me duele no pasa nada, es algo que se pasará y siempre intento jugar lo que pueda.
Y ahora entras en la historia como uno de los pocos jugadores en jugar clásicos, Real Madrid, Barcelona y ahora Celtics versus Lakers. ¿Cómo fue esa atmósfera ahora para jugar un clásico así?
Sí, ha sido muy buena. Mucha gente ve este partido. Ha sido un partido muy bueno de jugar. La atmósfera ha sido muy buena, así que lamentablemente no podíamos ganar, pero ojalá logremos el siguiente.
Gracias. Point.
Obviously concerned. Don't have any information right now, though.
What were you able to do after that tough third quarter to kind of get back into the game, and what did you think Boston did in the third to take the lead like that?
Didn't like our general just pace, and a lot of people think pace is playing fast and up and down, but you got to have some thrust. And we didn't have any thrust in the half court. We missed 3 layups, missed all our catch and shoot threes. I think we were 1 for whatever we were in that quarter. Just we weren't generating enough force to put any pressure on the rim and to get better looks. I think sometimes in these games, you never know what to chalk these things up to. But I think start of an East Coast trip. Some brain fog execution-wise for us. That was a little out of character for us, and I think that contributed as well to that third quarter, where just we would call a play and we wouldn't actually run the play. We would drop an ATO. We would not have the right defender in the right spot. It was just out of character, and that got us stagnated.
JJ, it looked like when LeBron signaled for that timeout that he tried to stretch it out and give it a go. Did you get a sense for where he was at all during that?
No, I just assumed he was out for the game.
You've said before that, identities are fluid, and the way your team has played the last 10 games might not be the way that it has played the next 10. If he is unable to play for a little bit here, what has to happen for you guys to survive it?
I think we just have to continue to play hard and play defense. And frankly, I thought we defended well tonight. Missing Jackson and not being able to sort of have him roam off of Holiday, I think hurt a little bit with the rim protection. But we forced them into a lot of off the dribble jumpers after the first quarter. We wanted to limit their threes. They shot 38 threes. They averaged 48. Tatum and Brown, for those guys, they played 42 minutes and 46 minutes and both took over 25 shots. And we executed well defensively on a lot of things. We could clean some stuff up. We cleaned some stuff up in game. I thought our guys responded well, and we were able to get some stops and get back in the game.
JJ, to go back to the offense, you guys were clearly targeting Horford and Pritchard to some extent. Do you feel like the mismatch hunting at times kind of stagnated or led to too much ISO, or were you happy with the way?
No, I think the stagnation. We wanted to attack their bigs in space, and we wanted to attack their smalls in tight spaces. I don't think we did a good enough job of attacking their smalls in tight spaces, and that's what I mean from earlier, just some out of character things that I'm not sure what got lost in translation, but our guys have been great with that stuff. And frankly, Al Horford's awesome still. He still moves his feet and does a really good job defensively.
JJ, I came in after you began, so I apologize if you addressed this, but when you guys had cut it from 22 down to 7 or 9, when the timeout comes, the game is there for the taking. Obviously, LeBron can't return. Did you get to sense any of his, I guess, frustration in the moment, not being able to?
No.
Kind of.
No.
Okay.
No. I as soon as I saw him grab his groin and say it's my groin. I just moved on to the next thing. Not that I don't care. I do care, obviously, but I was trying to win a basketball game, and we'll work with him and Mike and figure out a course of action.
JJ, real quick. One more. Just as far as Luka, early in the game, it seemed like his rhythm wasn't totally there. Brown was really physical with him. How did you think he handled the pressure, and what was his adjustment kind of as the game went on?
I thought as the game went on, he handled the pressure better. We made one adjustment, and that was just we wanted to set those ball screens up higher so he could attack more in space. I think getting some of those, empty side ISOs was good as well. He scored out of that. And then I think he was moving better for a stretch there, and able to get by his primary, which was good.